Well, folks, it is now well into the test cycle, and you have administered your first round of tests, and now it's time to scan those tests into ATI. We've already got your printer, computer, and scanner all put together, so now the last process is scanning everything in. So let's follow along. First, I am going to log into ATI. Then I'm going to log into Scanline. Now remember, once I log into ATI, I can just minimize that screen. I just have to be logged in. I'm going to log into Scanline using my TUSD Stats credentials. And here I'm ready to go. Now let's take a little more detailed look at Scanline. We looked at it earlier when we set up the scanner for printing. First thing you're going to want to take a look at is your setup. Now take a look right here. Reject answer sheets with more than 25% unanswered questions. I always uncheck this. Now we know we have some students who don't do a really good job on the test, but we still want their score. We still want to know how they have done. Now there's 35 items on the test, but if they've only answered 5 of them, I still want to know that. So I uncheck this and make sure that everything scans. That this box is checked is one reason why you and I will get questions saying, well, I know Jennifer took the test. How come she doesn't have a score? Well, this could be a reason why. You're going to make sure that you've got the right driver selected. In this case, you're looking for the brother driver, and you're going to select that. Let's look under Advanced Options. Nope, we're going to leave all of that alone. We're going to take a look at Scanline News. Really nothing that you need to look at under there unless you're really interested in their updates. And their updates are now a couple years old. Let's take a look at history. After you scan a batch of sheets, that's going to show up in Scanline. You'll see a listing of when it was scanned, what the test was, the student's name, and whether or not it's scanned successfully. This will be important because if you end up seeing that you put 20 sheets through the scanner and only 18 of them scanned, then you'll want to take a look at your history, and then you can pick out the exact students whose sheets did not scan. Okay, so let's come back up here to scan bubble sheets. We are ready to rock. Question for you. Before I start scanning all of my 500 students through here, what's the first thing I want to do? I want to run that test sheet. Now I've still got that same test sheet that I ran when I set the scanner and the printer up. If you don't have that same one, print another one. Print it on that same printer you used originally. Everything has to be consistent. Take your test sheet, put it on the top of the scanner, click Start Scanning. The scanner comes on like the miracle that it is, sucks that piece of paper in, and if everything is good, you get a little box that says successfully tested. All right, now how many sheets do you want to scan at one time? ATI is going to recommend that you start off with smaller batches of sheets to make sure that everything is going appropriately. So let's take a class of say 22 kids. We put all of the sheets in the tray on the scanner. Please make sure you take off all clips, staples, paper clips, anything that was holding that stack of answer sheets together. We put it in the top of the scanner. Oops, not that one. And we click Start Scanning. The scanner comes to life and we'll start pulling those sheets through and we'll scan them. Okay? Then it's going to give you some idea of your feedback, what was scanned, how many, and what was the status, and the number of sheets that were scanned. You know you put 20 in, and 20 actually scanned. Let's put another group of 20. Start scanning. Go through that process. After you've done a couple of batches, run that test sheet through once again. Make sure everything is passing. Run another group through. Now, you ran 30 sheets through this time. Bigger class. That's okay. But you notice you ran 30 sheets through and only 27 of them actually scanned. Now is when you're going to come to your history and you're going to look at when you scanned them, and it's going to tell you which ones didn't scan. Oh, it's Joaquin's, his didn't scan, Maria's didn't scan, and Johnny's didn't scan. Okay, now go and get those 3 test sheets. Let's take a look at them. First place you're going to look is at that barcode. Is anything covering up that barcode? Next, you're going to take a look at the actual bubbles. Did the student cross anything over? Are there smudges? Are there bad erase marks? You may have to clean up around the where the student bubbled and then scan it again and see if it takes. It is not uncommon to have to go back and rescan a sheet maybe 2 or 3 times. If all else fails, you can manually enter that sheet. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to have good luck with this and you'll be able to scan everything through. Now, remember, every 30, 60, 90 sheets that you scan, run another test sheet through. Make sure that everything is still connecting. All right, now, when you're done with Part B and your teachers have turned in their grading sheets, it will be the very same process. Only now it'll be recording those extra sheets. Now, a question that I had earlier today. If we're not doing Part B on ELA, yet we have filled out the part for Part C for the extended writing, will that information still scan into ATI? The answer is yes. Just make sure on that Part B, C answer form for ELA that you fill in those last 6 through 10. Don't start from the top. That'll record in the wrong place. Okay, this is it for scanning. If you have any questions, please contact me at my work email address, and I hope you have a wonderful experience working with the scanner and the printer and ATI. Thank you.